for
Well,
for that completed save file.
yeah. It's also been my practice file, so there's a lot of deaths from any percent learning. What shall I do? Should just all caps pride with 3 exclamation points. How many? Whoa,
4.
that's a lot. Is that 7?
Oh, that's more than 4.
That's 7. 7 exclamation points, and that's the most I can do.
You know what you should do?
Huh.
You should talk about the awesome incentive for Mario Super Sluggers where you can donate to choose what the runner draws on the billboard in the baseball stadium.
That sounds like a great idea. I think everyone should do that.
Yeah.
Like right now.
So I'm ready to go. We are live, right? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, we're live.
Okay. So countdown 3, 2, 1, go. Oops. So I'm gonna be jumping a lot in prologue because each jump speeds me up a little bit, saves like 2 frames each time. So over the course of the whole prologue, it saves like 1 second. And I retried because I was 1 pixel off of the cutscene trigger. Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
Hey, RNG manipulation. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
there's RNG in Celeste. So this bird friend saves us from the fall and then teaches us how to dash, so we don't need to jump anymore. How tedious would that be? And this opens up an explosion of movement tech. There's 3 core things, and they're all dash cancels, I guess. It's basically dashing and then jumping before the dash ends, so you carry the momentum in the air. Super jumps is just regular dash and jump, like that. And then a hyper is doing that while holding down, which is crouch. You get less height, but you get more distance and speed. This is a wall... Oh, wrong direction. This is a wall boost, which is basically the vertical form of a super jump. It's basically just wall jumping with dash speed. That... I'm not gonna get into that right now, what I just did there. Wait till chapter 4, because I have to explain more stuff.
It's a zoom.
Yeah. So, I didn't do it. Won't you do? There's also, I can do a hyper from in the air. So, wave dash, I guess. I don't know if I like calling it a wave dash, but... essentially, I'm supposed to jump, dash down, diagonally, and then jump again, and it'll refresh my dash. So I'll have an extra dash while in the air. This is a spike jump, which is not actually a spike jump. It's just jumping off of the wall where the spike technically isn't.
Those are really precise.
Oops. I have to skip the cutscene at the end of every chapter, because the chapter timer still runs. This, running this, we do in-game time. So the estimate is 47 minutes. That would be like a 43-minute run in-game time. I'm expecting a sub 38 for sure, because I submitted this run, what, 3 months ago? And I've gotten much better since then. Okay, what I did right there was an extended hyper dash, which is basically a wave dash from the ground. Yeah, saved it. I basically just delay my jump so that I have enough time on the ground to refresh my dash. These are dream blocks, and I can just dash straight through them.
I find those really cool.
Yeah, they're super cool.
These are one of my favorite.
And this is the goth girl that just came out of the mirror that I skipped the cutscene for, who's chasing us. She's a part of Madeline that is like internally telling her that she can't climb this mountain, and she's trying to get us to stop by chasing us down and killing us, which is really not in her best interest, because then she would die as well.
It's not a perfect plan.
And she can have clones, apparently. There's 3 of her now. There's a secret path right here that, for a while wasn't in console versions.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but it should be in there now. I think they've caught up on updates.
I remember when I was learning to do this, desperately trying to figure out what they were doing in the run to make that happen, only to find out that, oh, it just wasn't in my version of the game.
Yeah, that was Switch, wasn't it?
Yep.
So all of that was actually just a dream. This is the real old site. There's Theo up there. We don't actually officially meet him until Chapter 5, which is like 20 minutes? No. How long is that? 18 minutes from now? 14 minutes from now? I don't even know.
You can go take a selfie with him if you want.
But we don't do that. It's slow. 1 death. BG. Overestimate.
We can just assume that Madeline's taking selfies as she's dashing off.
She says she doesn't have a phone in the lore. It's confirmed. She does not have a smartphone. She can't take selfies.
No, she just brings a camera.
That's fair. So I can refresh my dash off of screen transitions to make that doable, so I don't have to go all the way up here. And Chapter 3 introduces these little boys, black and red dudes, that basically make every room with them, that if they move, cycle-based. Which is very fun, especially because entering the room has a different cycle than dying and then respawning for most of these rooms. So if I die, things are going to be different, and I don't know how to do all of the cycles on death. That one I do. Because I've died there many times. Oh no. This is just slower with the death cycle. So this is the Celestial Resort. Much longer than the other 2 chapters that we just played. It's like 5 to 6 minutes. The hotel, I keep saying, I'm gonna say hotel every freaking time. It's resort. The manager is Mr. Oshiro, who is a ghost that we saw earlier and we see right now. And his resort is kind of a huge mess, as you can see. There's crates and books and laundry everywhere. And right here, he's kind of like sad about it, because he wants us to stay a night. But we want to go. We want to speed. We don't need to stay a night. So we offer to help clean his resort for him. Oops. And he doesn't like that, because he feels like his guests shouldn't have to clean his resort for him. But we're doing it anyway, because we're good people. And it's the only way to progress. Oh.
We're good people who want to progress in the video
There
game.
we go. Spike jump. It's not actually a spike jump.
That trick is very hard.
I think there's one... Nope, there's 2 more. There's 2 more that I do. So the route... I can do the cleanup of the 3 things. Crates, books, laundry, in any order. Oopsie. Order boost. But I do the order... Well, everyone does this order. But the order is... because where it drops us out in the main room is the closest to Mr. Oshiro, so it's just faster. And the way it clears out some of this stuff ends up being the fastest way, and makes us have the fastest strats.
I wish I had a magic button.
Theo
that just,
cameo.
like...
Skip the cutscene. Don't blink in this room or you'll miss it.
So I'm gonna say a phrase that doesn't belong in this game at all, but if there's ever time to breathe, let me know and I will read some English.
Well, it actually does belong in the game, technically. There is a lore thing. Play the game to find out. I won't spoil that one for you.
I want a magic button that puts away all my towels.
That'd be nice. So all that was just to get the key to unlock that door. And I'm sure everyone in the Celeste speedrunning community would love to find a skip. No! I missed the key.
Alright, so that, there was a quick cutscene skip there.
Yeah, this... Oh god, can I save that? I can't save it. Wow. So, in this room, if I actually do it properly, intentional death to save time, getting back all the way there. The cutscene that I skipped, that was just mentioned, I don't know if I should, like, say, because it, like, do I want to do lore spoilers? Do people care? Because it kind of matters for what's next. Anyway, Oshiro's mad. He's very mad.
He looks fine.
I didn't get the dash back. So, the way he works in this state is if he hits us face on, we die. But if we land on top of his head, we bounce off him and stun him. There are no strats that benefit by jumping off of him, so hopefully I just don't.
But casually, if you do it, you get a boost back, so
yeah.
it can be handy.
If I'm fast enough, I can beat him. Yo. I don't know how to do this room fast, so I'm gonna die. Unintentionally. If I die on this room 4 times, that's honestly expected. I've been dying a lot on this room. Wow. That was just bad.
So a quick note about the stage gimmick here, since we've never really talked about it. It's this red stuff grows everywhere and it kills you, is obvious. There are these like little hairy segments you'll see every now and again that when you touch they turn into red
Sit
stuff.
down. Sorry, I just had to make him sit down once. Alright, that was a resort. Yeah, the bramble stuff that spawns with the hairy...
That stuff is never really an issue, at least as far as this part goes.
So this chapter introduces like 5 new gimmick mechanics. The first one is these clouds, which are like trampolines. And then there's these green bubbles, which are like a second dash. I didn't get that, of course I didn't get that. The third one is wind, which should be self-explanatory. It pushes me, and it's annoying.
Who doesn't love wind gimmicks?
Pink clouds disappear when you leave them. The white ones are permanent. Ah, I jumped too far. It was really convenient that 3 of this level's mechanics were all in a row in 3 screens, and the next one isn't for like 5 more screens after. These moving blocks move in the direction of their arrow, spike jump. When I land on top of them or grab their side, and if they have buttons on them on the tops or sides, I can change their position by holding a direction. So like this one has a button on top, so I can move it up and down.
Also, in those like past 2 screens, you skipped huge puzzles. With, you know, just kind of dashing in ways that are very precise. The blocks are slow.
Yeah, which is why on that one screen I like did a really fast dash because they give me extra momentum. This room has, oh god, reverse hyper dashes. So I don't have enough room on those 2 wide platforms to get a second dash back. before I jump. So if I hold left and do the hyper, and then switch to right before I jump, I will have an extra little bit of platform to refresh my dash. I can just do a little dance there waiting for the spot. That's the pride dance. First try, heck yeah, I've been dying in this screen all day.
Nice.
Oh no, I guess I'm going this way. The other screen is way cooler, I don't want to go this way. That's fine. God. I hope this run isn't a PB, so that's not in my PB. So now we have really fast wind, and the last mechanic, which is snowballs, which are just clones of Oshiro's head, honestly. If I get hit by them face on, I die, and if I jump on top of them... Okay, I thought there was going to be a snowball there. If I jump on top of them, then I get a dash back and kill the snowball.
I would honestly say they're a lot easier to deal with than Oshiro. They move a lot slower. I guess you are in wind, though. It's the trade-off.
No more snowballs. We're safe. Can I get this all the way to... No, I can't use the bubble. Let's get a berry for fun. It only cost me like 0.2 of a second, right? It's a good luck berry.
So yeah, on to chapter 5.
Mirror Temple. This is where we are going to officially meet Theo. See, there he is.
Even though we just hung out with him in that splash screen at
Never
the
mind,
end.
he's gone. That's not the only thing we see with Theo. We meet him later in this level and then never again.
I love this level.
Yeah, so there's two new mechanics here. There's these platforms that move along their track when you dash, and they don't move when you die. There's also these red bubbles that are basically green bubbles, except they move indefinitely until they hit something or you dash out of them. There's Theo again in the mirror, in a cutscene that we skipped. So...
That statue,
around,
I'm sure.
Yeah, I was gonna mention the statue. All
Not
around,
foreboding at all.
all around this chapter, there's actually a secret path here, by the way. Just take this bubble up. Skips that key door, skips having to get a key from a room earlier. That wastes like a minute. That may seem scummy, like the one in chapter 2, but it's actually necessary for a collectible. So it's not that scummy, it's just faster in 90%.
And
So-
also, it's actually on consoles.
Yeah. This is the mirror dimension, I guess, where we're forced to play as not Madeline. We play as these Seekers. There's many names. We haven't decided on one. Beholder is something I've heard. There's one that I can't say on screen. But it's basically a little tutorial of how those guys work, because now they're real.
How about Mouthy Tentacly Friend?
Yeah, I'm gonna call them Seekers though, because it's just easier. There's
Okay.
battling again with rapid fire cutscene skipping. I honestly need to play through this game casually again, because I have no idea what she says there.
Something, something, can't climb the mountain, something,
Probably.
something, something,
So
give up.
now
something.
those guys are gonna chase me. Oh god. Please, please, please no. Okay, so they can collect these little door tokens for us, which is very nice, because I don't have to collect that second one. You can also break these red blocks. They're actually the only things that can break these red blocks, as far as I'm aware. I don't think I can.
Yeah, no, it's just them.
So this room sucks, and if I die here, it's like 15 seconds wasted. I'm honestly just gonna wait for this guy.
They also can't go through those little light barriers that are on the left of the screen.
Yeah, those block them. I don't think I actually use any of those to my advantage. So in this next room is a lot of stuff, a lot of off-branching rooms, and I have to collect 2 keys to open a couple of locked doors and bring a bubble across the screen track. Those are the keys. I could just skip it all, who cares? That saves me like 2 minutes. Best skip in the game.
It's also extremely difficult.
For some reason, this guy likes to go left sometimes, and I don't know why. If he goes too far to the left, I panic and don't know what to do. I'm gonna jump on this guy's head because it's faster than the dash crystal down there. There's a key in here that I need to break open with that guy. And this is where we meet Theo for the first time. And he's kinda trapped in this crystal ball. And it's worth noting that I can't dash while holding Theo. Please. So what I'm doing is I'm throwing Theo and then dashing into him and picking him up. And this lets me have a lot of speed while carrying Theo. Of course, I missed that in the marathon.
Also, don't mind why Theo is encased in crystal. I'm sure it's not important at all.
Oops. Let's get a lot of speed. Oh, I didn't get so much speed that I skipped over that. I really want to do that. Oh god. Yeah, sit
Saved
down.
it. So yeah, something to note about those, I think I called them mouthy, i.e. tentacly friends. If you kill them, they just come back. Not that we'll stick around long enough to see them come back, but, you know.
And that guy for some extra height. Oops. So I throw Theo at the big eyeball, and he breaks free, but I skip the cutscene, so is he really free? Okay, he's free. Madeline is stronger than Theo, confirmed. Chapter 6 is Reflection, and this cutscene that I'm about to skip is my favorite cutscene in the entire game. I'm sad that it's not part of the run. And there's these feathers. This is a dream. There was some green fire earlier that indicated that. And there's some steamed hams going on in the background.
At this time of year.
I've been waiting 2 months to make that joke. So those feathers make me fly, and these thwomp blocks, lovingly called Kevins by the community, because one of the guys who worked on the game, Kevin, did the sound effect for them, the warbly, warble sound, by putting his face in a big bowl of water and making warble sounds into a microphone. So those are Kevin blocks.
To me, they look like bears. I don't know why, but they do.
I didn't mention them when I did them in Chapter 5, but these are neutral jumps, and I don't know how to explain how to do them. But I can basically gain height on walls when I'm out of stamina by rhythmically tapping the direction towards the wall and jump, and it's fun. I suck at them. Have we seen bumpers yet? I guess we will soon, if not. Oh! Should be one in this room. Yeah, so bumpers work exactly as you would expect. They bounce me in one way. They have an odd quirk where if you hold the direction that they're gonna hit you, that's fun, by the way. If you hold the direction they're gonna hit you before they hit you, that you will fly twice as far in that direction, and I don't know why. It just happens. And I'm actually gonna hopefully use it to skip a bumper in a couple of rooms. This room. I can skip that second bumper by flying across the screen like a superhero.
So yeah, something about this area is that you actually get a lot of choice in how you want to
Wow.
kind of move across these screens.
I was going for a quick cycle there that I never go for, and I just screwed it up at the beginning anyway. There's Bird Friend again. So that cutscene... Should I spoil what just happened at the beginning? I'm on the wrong side of this.
I mean, I feel like we can. I feel like that's fine to do.
Like, it's relevant.
We are
for-
watching the end of the game almost.
Yeah. So at the very beginning, I skipped a cutscene after I flew to the very top in a feather, and Badeline was there, and she kind of threw us to the bottom of the mountain, negating all of our progress so far. Don't talk while playing, idiot. Oh my god.
Yeah, the moving underwater is it's.
Okay, we're
I
fine.
mean, it's different,
So,
and you can definitely feel that.
so Badeline threw us to the bottom of the mountain, and that cutscene with Granny was basically telling us to go confront her. And so that's what we're gonna do. With a high intensity, high velocity hug fight. Where we try to hug her as fast as possible, and she tries to stop us by killing us with death balls and lasers.
This sequence is my personal favorite part of the game.
This sounds like Canada versus America.
Oh no. So, the way that this section works is when Badeline hits me, I get pushed back in a given direction. It's the same every time. But my dash isn't actually usable for a while, and so if I don't like figure out how to use my dash quick enough, I just don't use it and end up screwing up the strat.
Now we get to start using the feathers.
Oh no. I get to start using what?
The feathers, they start appearing around
Oh
you.
yeah. Feathers. Oh, wait, what? Did I see that correctly? Did
Well,
I
you
bounce
seem
off
to
the
have-
spike wall?
Yeah, the game seems to have let you survive something only to throw you into death.
I feel like I feel like that's like the exact precision of a spike jump, but in a feather accidentally. That's awful.
It was pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it was cool. Until I died, and then it wasn't cool.
Well, hey, it was cool for about 0.3 seconds.
At this point, Badeline's kind of realizing she's losing this fight, and is trying to reason with us by insulting us. We are a mountain climber, Badeline, and we will climb this mountain together, whether you like it or not. And this is kind of a phase 2, where she is making a lot of blocks go everywhere.
It is worth noting that right now we're in a valley below the mountain.
There's only 2 more screens left of this fight, and they're both kind of long. Dying is not good. Oh, that was so close. And we won. Badeline has been defeated. And in that cutscene, we kind of like reason with her and team up. And with her power combined in us, we have 2 dashes now. And she's going to help us climb the entire mountain. Because we're now at the bottom.
I don't even think we qualify as at the bottom. I think we're underneath it.
So now we have Chapter 7, the summit, where we climb the entire height of the mountain in 1 chapter. But it is not 26.5 minutes long, I guarantee you. It's going to be like 10 to 11 minutes long, probably. So we start here at basically where Chapter 6 left us off. And we're going to basically go over a reprisal of every chapter that we've been in so far. I say so far as if there's more.
I mean, there is.
Well, that's not in this run. We're not going to see that. And at the end of each section, there's this little long screen. I say little long screen, where we chase around this girlfriend orb, and she throws us up to the next section. And now we're in Forsaken City again. And all of these sections are harder, but much shorter iterations of the chapters. City won't appear to be much shorter because it was already short to begin with. Oh no. But the rest of them will be a lot shorter. And with 2 dashes, there's a lot of cool movements going on.
So yeah.
I'm going to be focusing a lot in this chapter, so I might not talk very much.
I'll make commentary.
Do you mind if I read a couple donations?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so first off, we have $50 from another nerd who says, "Good luck on the run, Maya."
Who is that? That cheesy potato? I guess I don't know. I won't be able to know.
And then we have 420 from Goof, who says, "Good luck. Good luck and climb the mountain, pal."
Hi, Goof. Oh god. Oh, what?
Oh,
I was short there somehow.
I still love them. I love all the little stage mechanics. I think it's really cool.
Those 2 blocks were connected at the corner, so I could just dash through them diagonally.
I think it's really cool that you get to see every single stage gimmick kind of in one gauntlet here.
In kind of like a last hurrah of the game. And if there's any section I'm going to die in a lot, it's this one because it's cycle-based. Every room is cycle-based. Yeah, there is one. I'm gonna wait on that guy, actually. Alright, there's a cycle that's kind of tight that I want to make here. It's right here. I missed. I didn't get the dash, so I didn't make it.
Oop.
This is a secret room for a berry, but there's actually a secret tunnel here that's faster than going the other way to the right and then down.
Secret tunnel.
So I already collected a berry for fun. There's one berry here that's actually faster to collect. If I can do it right. If I can do it right. Okay, let's just do it the lame way. By abusing the screen transitions. And there's the berry. There's my best friend.
Some of these jumps are not easy, as might be kind of obvious.
I'm gonna let that berry collect so I can keep it. Gotta have my co-pilot, right? That berry's my co-pilot. This room is an auto-scroller, but fortunately I don't like auto-scrollers. Okay. Let's try that again. There we go. It may have seemed like that was the punchline, but the punchline is actually this room is also an auto-scroller, and I have to like this one. Because there's no skip that I know for it. Okay, I actually made that. $2,500 meter, the Mirror Temple. Probably the most... maybe the next part has more complex movements, but this has a lot of complex stuff. Like this really fast wave dash, and these very precise wave dashes off of those moving blocks.
Look at her go!
And instead of going down and getting a red bubble and flying up here, I can just spike jump, hopefully. Yeah. Intentional death to save a second. I'm not watching the chat, so I don't know if there's any Celeste community members watching. But in case you're freaking out or requesting something, the answer is yes. Yes, I am going for door skip. It's required in a marathon run. It saves 1 second, and I got it first try. It's like 5 times harder than the intended way for 1 second of time save. Absolutely not worth. Are you kidding me? I let go too early.
Thought those sequences never stop being great. Anyway, here we are, top of the mountain.
Yep. Checkpoint flags replace screen transition checkpoints. So if I die, I just go back to the... That one doesn't count because that's a screen transition also. But if I die, I just go back to the last checkpoint I touched. I guess that's an example. Can I stop dying on 27? Thank you? Okay. So right now I have downward wind, which is the first time we're seeing that. Oh no. There we go. So with this downward wind, gravity is a lot stronger. Pulls me down faster. If I'm holding onto a wall, I slowly slip off of it. So I don't want to be doing that for too long. And nothing like a tube where you just spam dash for 10 seconds in a precision platformer. Now we have upward wind, so everything's all floaty. Oh yeah, I don't have to get these checkpoints, so I can just skip 18 and be fine. Oh god. That death is good because it lets me try a trick I forgot to do. And I got it. I'm intended to only have one dash there, but I managed to get two.
If you're playing the game casually, this part is...
You will die 100 times on that
Very.
checkpoint alone.
Yeah, this whole sequence is extremely challenging casually.
That last part of the 13 checkpoint killed me so many times my first playthrough.
But hey, if you're speedrunning it, this part is still extremely challenging.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of focus. Okay. This happened in the practice thing too. Where luckily the upward wind let me delay enough for that pink cloud to... Whoa! Dang it! To respawn.
Skip checkpoint 8 as well.
Yeah. Grab the girlfriend orb. Okay. So there's about a minute left in this run. I technically skipped 5, but the screen transition gets it for me anyway. Please? Thank you. These last few checkpoints are the scariest looking. Rightfully so. They deserve to be. Time is coming up very soon. It's when I skip the cutscene after touching the red flag at the top. Time.
Ooh, GG.
37:38. Not awful. Definitely beats estimate. I know that for sure. That estimate was going for like a 43-minute time. Hey, we got the meaning of life and everything number deaths.
Yay, look at all those, that sure is a pie with strawberries in it.
Yeah, 2 strawberries. Normally it's only 1, because I got one for no reason. I heard we did meet the PUWP18 incentive.
You did?
Yay. So, Celeste is not the first iteration of Celeste. This PUWP18 is sort of like a fantasy video game console. And the original version of Celeste was built a few years ago in this by Matt and Noel in like 4 days for a game jam. And it's only 30 screens, 31 technically, I think. And it's very cute and simplistic compared to what I just played. I'm also not amazing at it compared to the topper runners, so hopefully I don't embarrass them. No, give me my dash. So each...
You may notice, you may notice some of these rooms look kind of familiar.
Yeah, that last one is a room in Chapter 1 of the full game. So each screen corresponds to 100 meters of the 3,000 meters of the mountain. Oops. Also, it's way quieter than the full game, so I don't know how much that's affecting on stream. But yeah, they put this, they basically ported this to every console that the full game is out on, and hid it as an Easter egg somewhere in the game. Go find it for yourself, I'm not gonna spoil it.
Okay, because I was about to say where it was, but I'll keep quiet.
I mean, I guess
If
you
you need
can. I'm not gonna spoil it, you can do whatever you feel like.
I mean, if you need a hint, the background gives a little bit of a clue.
Yeah, it does. So this version... I say version. What should I call it? It's not really a version. It's not like this is the alpha. But this,
I mean,
this version of Celeste is way shorter than the full version. Oops, I did not jump off the wall. It's about, well, I guess comparing world record times, it's, I was gonna say like a percentage or something, but I can't do math in my head while playing this. It's like 28 minutes shorter than the world record. The world records for both of these. I should be getting close to a 3-minute time.
anyway, double dash now.
Oh yeah, we got double dash. We also saw Old Site earlier. I don't know what made them change the double dash hair from green to pink. Maybe a colorblind thing?
I mean, it's also like a. I mean, this is pure speculation. It's also like the pink is kind of like a lighter shade on Badelin's hair.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe more of a story reason. Okay, I need to make that closer. These last few rooms, just like in the regular game, much harder. This is the last screen before time.
GG.
Only 4 deaths, no strawberries, unfortunately. But yeah, that's all of Celeste, both versions.
That was really cool.
I don't know if I have much more to say about the run of the game or anything. I hope the rest of the marathon goes well. I can show the credits real quick, I guess.
You can do any shout-outs if you want.
Shout-outs to the Celeste community for providing all the resources for me to learn this speedrun. There's full tutorials for like every chapter in the Discord. I'd recommend joining that if you want to get into this game. And I recommend playing it casually. It's my game of the year, 2018. Thank you to all my Necrodancer friends who have donated. I've seen, I've heard, who gave me the emotional confidence to be able to do this run and to begin with. I've been nervous for the past 3 months. I think that's about it. Thank you, Hex, for joining me on commentary.
Not a problem. It's been fun.
That's about it for me.
Well, thank you so much for the runs.
Thanks for having me. I hope the rest of the marathon goes amazing.